We are back live. We were going to take a game off, but phone cooled off a little bit, and this is a marquee matchup. You've got Lips that at one point won 4 of these in a row, and they're playing underage, so we decided to try to sneak through. Hopefully we'll still be able to show you the championship game after this game. Little roller, there's one out here, and so Brian Barzalski just grounds out, 2 up, 2 down here, top of the first inning. So this should be a pretty good ball game. Here comes Joey Agardo from flashback. And of course, Lips had won 4 in a row out here before last year. So you got the last 2 champs playing here. So we're going to try to get through this game. Line drive off of Jack Nakanishi. He spins.
What, Joey, way to run.
But Joey Agardo beats it out.
Way to run, kid. Do that.
And Joey, one of the nicest kids you're ever going to meet. And now here comes Micheal Ceriale. I'm trying to stand in the shade, so it isn't quite the view as tight as I normally am. Hope you guys understand. So just underway here. Here's Micheal Ceriale. Looks like Cody Niedenbach on deck. So there might be a few guys. I did not get lineup cards for these teams before, so we're going to play it by ear. We're going to see just how good Gio is at tap dancing. And there's a strike. And Micheal Ceriale draws a walk. So here's Cody Niedenbach. Cody's a fast riser. Plays with that Impact team. A couple years ago, nobody knew who he was. Very raw player, but he's coming fast. Big, tall kid playing a lot of shortstop. So 2 runners on here. And Cody, a little overhand swing. That's going to drop in front of Lefty. 1 run is in. Longy will get to third. Lips with an early lead. It brings up Chris Rieger. And you know how much they want to run for Cody, but Cody runs pretty good. And it was funny because after a mini collision on an out here at first, Bryant kind of looked like he got shook up, but so here's Chris Rieger, as my good friend Jerry Brown says, the best player in softball nobody talks about. No, you're all right, Coach.
You're good.
So Chris Rieger, a little ground ball to Villarreal, and he gobbles it up. So we put the Maluk on him, apparently, and we're going to head to the bottom of the first. So Lips can't score. We'll go to the bottom of the first. We'll see if underage, they've been pounding the ball. For those of you that were asking me last game whether or not the Dirty 38s were still in the winner bracket, they were after 2 games. Not sure if they won the 115 game. Lips are actually in the bottom of the bracket, or Dirty 38s are actually in the bottom of the bracket. So if they won their 115 game and they win at 245, Dirty 38s could be back in the championship game. So I do have the lineup card from underage from last game. We'll see if they kept it the same. It looks like Villarreal. Looks like they, may have flipped Dags and there's Will Rush showing up. Dags and Nate Mercado. So I'm trying to look at the lineup and who's got a bat and where they're standing. So Danny Villarreal. And there's a ground ball to third. Cody playing third in deference to, whoa! And Rieger almost took it in the back of the ear. And of course, Rieger is a longtime Chicago Dynasty guy. Jeff Dillman almost got his opponent killed. So they did not switch the lineup. Dag's just deep in the batter's box. So it is Nate Mercado hitting second. And Cody Niedenbach is playing third base with Joey Agardo at shortstop. Alonji up the middle, Rieger at second. Wheels down the hill. And for the life of me, I don't know why hasn't tried to get this kid pitching for Lips. Wheels out of the parks. This is pretty good. Plays defense. And he'll get you a few hits. Back in the day, he was one of the 4 speedsters Miller had rotating in the outfield. And Nate chops it to Niedenbach. Busy first inning. Chris Rieger always hustling, back in the play up from second.
Big up, Dak.
So 2 up, 2 down for Chrissy Daggs. And timeout as the ball comes rolling in from the other diamond. So we'll keep an eye on the phone. I actually took the phone case. It's got one of those rubber cases on it, so I've taken that off, let the phone maybe breathe a little more. And Chrissy Daggs, he's a machine, and he just throws it over the top of Chris Rieger. And Daggs is smiling at him.
Hey, look this way! Look this way!
And Chris Rieger aggravated because it was just out of reach. So here's Brian Nowakowski, 2-out base runner. And there's a swing to Rieger. So we're going to head to the second. So both teams, it's always interesting when you're playing a really good team how sometimes the offense slows down. Part of that is better defensive pitching, and part of it is a little bit of a respect factor where guys aren't necessarily free swinging. So trying to figure out, I think 1 and 3 might be the winter bracket games. I'm not 100% sure. So here's the leadoff man, the first baseman for Libs. And Jack falling behind a little bit here.
Go, Steve. Let's go, Steve.
And there he jumps in with a strike. And there's a ground ball up the middle. Nate Mercado. Nate did a good job there. He didn't just run laterally across the infield because he was playing deep enough that he had time to kind of circle that ball a little bit. So when he got the nice hop, he was in a good throwing position. So leadoff man down here for Lips.
You called the strike, right? Yes.
there's definitely a little different feel from an intensity standpoint in this game. And there he just reaches up, and Severia gets through him. He came in, was trying to make a low catch, and the ball short hopped him, went through the 5-hole, and the leadoff man ends up on third. So here's Billy Sherwin. Y'all know Brian, who plays on Circus now, was a longtime Dynasty guy. And Brian was on that Dynasty team too a little bit, and he just taps it over to get the run in, does his job, 1-0.
No, I'm getting him in. You've been hitting the oh, good. The run counts, man. I could have lined out. We already have one out. Wasn't getting a double play.
Is it 1-0 or 2-0? 2-0, okay. Again, I got here late, folks, so I'm a little discombobulated.
Not too late, not too late.
So 1 out now. Jack trying to climb the ladder there. So Lips up 2-0 here in the top of the second. And there's a little roller. Timmy Korenkowski makes the play. So my bad, there were 2 outs. Well, there were no buys here. There were 16 teams, 2-game guarantee. So if you lost, you went in the consolation. If you won, you advanced. So with 16 teams, 4 diamonds, it rolls along pretty good. And it's going to be Timmy Korenkowski leading off. Joe Piscitelli, and then Ryan Russ, bottom of the second.
Where do you stay in the hotel? Yeah, so this wasn't you guys? I don't like gay guys. I think a bunch of gay guys in the you guys are gonna get naked and fucking
So underage trailing for the first time today. Again, it's win or go home at this stage. They've both played their 2 games. So now it's all about winning. Timmy, line drive, snagged by Wheels. We told you, this kid's a good little pitcher and he plays defense. That ball looked like it was going to be a base hit right up the middle. He reached up and grabbed it like he was playing catch with the catcher.
Joe Bustos would have never caught that one. Put that on there. Put that on there.
So here's Joe Piscitelli.
Old school.
And Joe, that's going to drift foul. Rieger yelling, I got it. Chris Rieger thinks he's going to get to everything.
All right, yeah, but he caught one ball.
Chris is one of them guys.
Once a year.
Just has a great time every time he's on the softball field. So reset here on Joe Piscitelli.
Rest in peace, great country.
And Joe hits that toward the alley, but nice sliding catch there by the center fielder, who got the triple and scored the second run for Lips. And here comes Ryan Russ.
Hammer Lenti, Gio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. I only make it.
Ryan Russ takes the strike.
call that a strike? Go to the record. Don't believe it? Let me show you the
Usually with the unlimited, they want the pitchers to throw it closer to the point of home plate. And Ryan Russ just muscles it down the line. We saw him take that swing yesterday. He's got good hand action when he gets that high ball, and he rotates the wrist through. He keeps the bat level, and he just inside outs it down the line. So here's Jake Lenty. So here's Jake, Drew Cheveria on deck.
2 outs.
You know he's a big dude, right? He smacked the shit out of that call. There it is, Matthew.
And this Wheels, he never looks like he's bothered by anything. He's very stoic on the hill, which is a good thing for a pitcher. I think when your pitcher's confident, your defense is certainly more confident. And that time he did call it deep, even though it's unlimited. There are still parameters with that.
You're good, right?
And Jake, a one hopper, Chris Riegers gets a shoulder high hop and makes the play. So Jake Lenty grounds out. We're going to head to the top of the third, 2-0. And this game is cruising right along. I don't get to a lot of parks where they got a lot of shade. And there's a tree behind me that right now is throwing a lot of shade. Might start to dissipate shortly, but as long as we're in the shade, we're all good. Hey, what's up, man? How are you? So here's Brian Sherwin leading off. Of course, moved over to Circus this year, and they won the No Glove. Was it last year?
You going, Brian?
He's scared of grit. He's scared to beat on him.
That ball hit the plate. This is the bottom portion of the lineup. A little overhand punch. Ryan Russell put that away. Brings up the pitcher Wheels. The leadoff man on deck.
Wheels, let's go!
It was real.
Come on, Wheels! Come on, Wheels!
2-0 as that pitch is inside. And there's a strike, so 2-1 here. And Wheels, a little grounder. Villaria changed direction. And that ball changed directions. Danny reached back with his left hand, caught it clean one-handed, but by the time he rotated the ball to his throwing hand, it was too late. So here's Brian Bartzowski.
I'll do 30 years. That ain't no fish.
Safe. Lefty coming down the line when Joe Pish picked that ball up. Ball popped up into his stomach, and that little short hesitation was all the lefty needed. So they got a little something brewing here with one out. It brings up Joey Agardo. Of course, Joey has an MVP at the No Glove. And Joey, a little roller. Villaria, tough hop. He got it to That ball took a nasty little hop. Danny stayed right with it, made the adjustment, but it slowed down his ability to get it to Timmy, and Timmy didn't want to risk the throw. He wanted to keep Wheels at third. So here's Alonji. 2 outs now, first and third. And Mike tries to walk the dog, but it's going to fade foul. He just tried to serve that in the left field, didn't really fire through the swing. The ball sliced. We are in the city of Chicago. This is kind of the north side here. I guess you could say north and a little west of downtown. And there he walks the dog into right field. Another run scores, and Edgardo gets to third. So Lips right now being a little surgical with their offense. 3 innings, they've scored a run so far in every inning. Brings up Cody Niedenbach. And there's a strike. Jack goes way up the ladder. He beats it into the ground. Villarreal makes the play. So we head to the bottom of the third, 3-0. Lips just keeps leaking out here. They haven't had a big inning, but they put something up every inning. And Underage has got a lot of seasoned major level players. They're not going to be put off by being down by 3, but they do need to start getting a few base runners. This continues for an inning or two. Sometimes it becomes a mental block. So defending champs, trailing to the previous champs, 4-time champs, I might add. And it'll be Drew Chavarria, Josh Szymanski, and we'll see if they swing for Jack Nakanishi. Will Russ has showed up, and Will, of course, capable of pitching. So Wheels has been, so far, pretty good. He's throwing strikes, not really falling behind. And Drew just took that high ball and just muscled it in the center. So Drew Chavarria and his uncle Victor brings up Josh Szymanski. And if you're Brian out in right, you got to be very awake here. Josh, very good at pumping the ball in right field. They are playing him on the right side of the infield.
Back up. Come on, Matty.
Josh is deceptive because I think when you look at him, you would think he'd be a guy that's going to dip and drive, but that's really not his game. Taken all the way there. Josh didn't like it. He thought for that height it might have been deep. And there's a little flare, and it's off the screen. And they were all screaming at the first baseman to go get it. That ball was about 13, 10 feet up on the screen. He said, I'm too old for that. So full count. And he walks him. And Wheels wants to know where it was at. So they courtesy with Jack Lenti. They're going to let Jack Nakanishi take the swing here. Nobody out.
Nobody on the rock.
And they are really squeezing him on the right side, anticipating Jack may try to just roll the ball over them. Meanwhile, Brian Sherwin is very short out in left field. And earlier we saw Jack beat. And there he does hit a ground ball. And this is going to be a double play. The ball was right in front of Jake Lenti. He had nowhere to go. And Chris Rieger stayed right with it. You can see. That's a situation where if you're Jake, if you would have ran to the outfield side, he would have been able to get past him. But he stopped because he was going to try to cut in front of the second baseman. And the double play now changes the tone of the inning. Runner is on third with 2 outs. Underage trying to crack the seal here. And Villarreal, little fly ball. And after having first and second, nobody out, the double play ends the inning. And we're going to head to the fourth. Still 3-0. So Chris Rieger, with a nice defensive play, took the wind out of the sails that inning. And the guy that made the nice defensive play leading off, Chris Rieger. And Rieger hammers it in front of the left fielder, Ryan Russ, for a leadoff single. So they're going to turn around and run for Rieger. You only get 2. So they probably got 2 other guys. Brings up the big first baseman. And there he walks the dog into right field. Rieger going to get to third. And the Lips threatening to score in the 4th straight inning. Nobody out, runners on the corner for the center fielder. Hit a sinking line drive in the right field that skipped past Drew Cheveria for a triple. Scored the first run of the game. Second run of the game, excuse me. And he hits a high fly ball. Drew Cheveria had a little issue, but he made the catch. And now, the guy fell down, but he gets back. But they do score the 4th run on the play. Drew stumbled a little bit, threw a strike in. First baseman thought he was going to maybe go to third on that. Timmy Koronkowski was trying to get Nate Mercado's attention to flip it back. They did. Awkward slide, but he got in under. Top of the 4th, 4-0 Lips.
Gotta happen.
went out here. Now, Billy Sherwin last time gave himself up. He's not going to do it here with an out. His job here is to try to get the hit. And that pitch a little deep. And there he hits it to Mercado, little bobble, but he makes the play. So 2 outs. Again, Nate's got monster range. That ball was hit hard. He still found a way to get in front of it. And now needs a hit, and here's Liam. And Liam sweeps it to right, but Drew Cheveria on the spot. But they do score a run. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. 4-0. His Lips has scored a solo run in the first 4 innings.
Hey, I was busy. And I didn't want to post on it because I was busy. And I said, this motherfucker's shaking the table cut.
So I believe it's going to be Nate Mercado, Chrissy Daggs, and Brian Nowakowski, 2, 3, 4, trailing by 4. So halfway through, so far Lips has owned the first half of the ballgame. And we'll see who owns the second half.
When I go get that prime rib, I don't really from the summer club. Come at it.
And most of the teams have jerseys. And on the backside it says, Micheal Ceriale, a lot of them, and they got like the stars and his badge number. So these teams have put a lot of thought into it when they come out here. It's an event for them.
Yeah, so good, man. That guy cooked up. I don't know what that guy. But he was at your like. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a little spinner foul.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, get your ball.
So here's Mercado, and he slashes it through the hole. As Joey Agardo was playing him way up the middle, he had Michael Angie on the right side. But Nate's a smart hitter, and there is nowhere on the field he can't hit the ball to. So sometimes your defensive setup doesn't really matter. That's where you got to hope your pitcher, if you're playing him one way, pitches him that way. So here's Chrissy Daggs. And even then, with a guy like Nate, it doesn't matter. And Nate is a very fast, aggressive base runner.
Well, Billy's throwing that thing in the right field. That was a strike?
But I couldn't get up. I was over like
And Daggs a little roller to third. Niedenbach just take the play. Again, Nate was getting a very aggressive secondary lead. Once he saw it was a ground ball, he was off. And Cody knows Chrissy can run, so he didn't screw around. He just picked it up and threw it across. So here's Brian Nowakowski. And Brian, high fly ball. It's going to be way out of play. And Brian's capable of driving the ball far enough for Nate to grab 2 bases off the tag. But really, if you're underage, you're hoping Brian delivers this run with a base hit.
And I'm gonna get my medal too from it, so I have both.
Hey, he's good time. You're probably right.
And Brian drives it toward the gap. Told you, man can flat out hit. Delivers the first run of the game for underage. So they break the seal.
Hey, one out! Hey, one out!
And here's Timmy Koronkowski.
Oh, that's beautiful. That
Koronkowski walks the dog. And Daggs is going to go, and they cut it. And I think they may have had a shot at him if that throw was online. And I'm not sure why Wheels cut it. I'm not sure if Timmy would have necessarily went to second even if it went through. The runner's on the corner, one out. So they're going to run Will Ross. See, I don't know if I do that because I think Will might be the backup pitcher on this team. So Will gets rid of the shades. Here's Joe Piscitelli. Will got here late. He works until about 2 o'clock or 2:30. And Pish chops it. This might be two. Alonji spiked the throw, though. Will Russ was in the neighborhood. Second run scores, 4-2. And Joe Pish will go to first for Ryan Russ. And you can see the guys appreciate it when you make the double play tough.
Hey, real good arm in the right.
And, you know, back in the day, a lot of short centers, me included, would throw sidearm, but that was a high throw. So Mike was trying to get rid of it, and Will kind of went in standing up, and it kind of really was an awkward throw to get it here. Ryan Ross up the middle. Alonji can't make the play, and Pish will hustle into third. That was an example. Pish was with 2 outs right at the base and was just about to hit and turn to go to third, and Alonji was trying to catch that ball as it was bouncing over the base and through the runner. So young Jake Lenti in a big spot here in the bottom of the fourth. And that's going to be way out. And the big tree knocked it down before it got to any of the fans.
Fired up.
So 4-2, bottom of the fourth. Game is tightened up a little bit. As underage looks like they might be starting to swing the bats a little bit. 1-1. And there's strike two. As Wheels drops the high ball right behind the plate. And Jake, a little roller back to Wheels. For the third out, we're going to head to the fifth. They cut it in half, 4-2. See Josh Szymanski telling Jake, we're all right, just play defense. The older guys, if they take a bad swing, they'll let it go as they go into the field. Younger guys, sometimes, they can't let it go. So whenever you got young kids on your team, you got to just constantly give them positive reinforcement and get them to understand a lot of game left. So here's Brian Sherwin, wheels, and then the top with Brian Barzowski.
Hey, let's go, Brian. Right away, Brian. Right away.
So underage just scored. Big inning here for Lips. They've scored in each of the first 4. Don't want to go dry and let underage get a sense of momentum. Little chopper, Nate on the run, makes the play. And you can tell Nate, a very aggressive shortstop. He's not waiting for the ball. He's going to get it. He's not going to let the ball play him. So here's Wheels.
Ready, right away. Come on, man.
And Jack drops a high strike in, 0-2. That's a little short. Imagine this one will be way up there too. Not quite as high. Just missed deep, 2-2. And there's a little cut shot, and that'll go as a strikeout. So Jack got up 2-0. Count got to 2-2, but he threw another high one and he fouls out.
I shouldn't talk. I'm just saying like a fucking idiot. Come on, BT.
Hey, BT, right now, B.
So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 5th for Brian Barzowski.
Good start, Jack.
And he just rifles one and came off the carpet hot. And now he tried to throw behind, but that ball had a lot of top spin. It
Come on, Joe boy.
really came up
Come on,
hot.
Joey.
Nate got 2 hands out. He'd probably tell you he should have had it, but that's because he's a tremendous infielder. Most guys, that ball would have went off his hands into the outfield. So here's Iggy. And he slaps it off the pitcher. Timmy Korenkowski just steps on it. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. First time Lips has gone dry in the ball game. Underage starting to build a little momentum. We'll see what they do this inning.
Hey, boys, come on. Stay up on here. Stay up. Let's go.
Dude, I always joke with him. I will. It's a $35,000 house. I used to want it all the time. It looks nice. Yeah.
Hey, middle last time. Middle. Yeah, right here last time.
So here's Drew Chavarria. He's going to be leading off. Then it'll be Josh Szymanski and Jack Nakanishi. I have seen Mike Manzella pick a bat up. So if we get to Jack, he may swing for him.
Hey, it is, Matthew.
Stay hot, Coop. Stay hot, Coop.
And Drew, a little soft fly ball. Center fielder makes the play. Brings up Szymanski.
One out, boys. One out.
Josh talking to the umpire, I think he asked him, when it's high, doesn't it have to be closer to the plate? And there's a little flare. Iggy goes back and makes the play.
Same way here, same way.
So with 2 outs and nobody on, they're not going to waste a move. They're going to let Jack take this swing. If he gets on, you've got Danny Villarreal on the top. If he doesn't, the top will be leading off the bottom of the 6th.
Come on, Matty. Jack with 2. Let's go.
And I tell you, these are 2 pretty good lineups. Both of these pitchers doing a real nice job using that high ball. And Jack, fair down the line. And now the courtesy run with Drew Chavarria. It's funny, a lot of times you want to pinch hit for a guy, and then you let him hit, and he gets the hit. Brings up Danny Villarreal. Now Drew can fly. Danny hits what I like to call the stretch single. He's going to score. And the reason why Drew, who led off the inning, is running here with 2 outs is because they run for Josh Szymanski.
That's the first one. Josh and Jack and
You
Josh.
sub the other one, okay.
Yes, he's the sub on the other one.
And there's a little roller, long throw, safe. And Drew gets the 3rd. So Joey Agardo did everything you could on that play. Villarreal just beats the throw. And Drew easily got the 3rd. So now here's Nate Mercado. After the first 2 guys went down, Underage has an opportunity here to maybe pick a run up. Or 2.
Will, get your hole here. Come on now, Matty.
I got your back.
I'm like a 50.
And that's why the first strike is important. Because you notice a lot of these guys, they don't get ahead, then they don't start throwing that real high ball. He came right back with it. He's 2-0 now.
Come on, Matty. Come on, Matty.
And Chris Daggis. Here's another ball onto our field. Sean, is that Sean Burke? Looks like Sean Burke down there just hit one all the way here.
Hey, 2-0.
2-0.
So 2-0 here on the reset. And he grabs a strike. So Wheels, not giving in to Mercado, came back with a relatively high pitch. And you heard Nate yell, go, and Chris Rieger got it to the pitcher, but Nate Mercado drives in the 3rd run. Villarreal got the 3rd. So 2 outs, runners on the corner. Chrissy Daggs now with an opportunity to tie the game. And we know Nate is a very aggressive runner.
Get it in on the head. Get it in.
And Daggs, not this time. Chris Rieger climbs the ladder, but they do pick up a run. They make it 4-3. See, Chris made sure there with 2 hands. And we head to the 6th, 4-3. And like I like to say, as the game starts winding down and you're in these one-run type games, your defense becomes important. Rieger smothered 1 ball, keep a runner, second runner from scoring, and the hitter from getting the second. Then he climbs the ladder and robs Dags of what would have been a game-tying hit. So here comes Lips in the top of the 6th, 4-3. They scored solo runs the first 4 innings, went dry in the 5th. With Cody Niedenbach on deck. And Mike pounds it off of Jack, and he's going to get an infield hit. Vicious line drive up the middle. So Josh saying, wow, you did that to a teammate, no less? As they're both on circus. And there's a little chopper, Mercado, over to Korenkowski. Not in time to get Cody. And I don't think Nate thought they were really going to get a double play. It was kind of a weird chopper. So Nate stayed down, made sure he was going to get the fielder's choice. So here's Rieger now, 1 out, 1 on. And Rieger goes to Villarreal over to Korenkowski, not in time. Back-to-back fielder's choices. And you can see there, too, Danny really took his time and made sure that he threw a strike. Here comes the first baseman.
Are you going straight back? Can you hit me or no?
So 2 outs here. Lips in jeopardy of going dry. It's 2nd inning in a row, and Jack, a beautiful high pitch there. And there's a little roller, and Jack sucks it up. So we head to the bottom of the 6th, 4-3. You would think that there would be 4 games going on right now. 2 semifinals in both brackets, but there's only 3 going on. So I don't know if the one field was that far ahead. So it's going to be Brian Korenkowski, Brian Nowakowski, Timmy Korenkowski, and Pish. We don't know who's in the finals yet. The winner of this game will be. And Chris Rieger.
Come on, Victor, grab that.
And they're giving Victor the business. You wouldn't have caught that in your prime, let alone now. Of course, Vic, a good friend of mine. He was on my coaching staff for a couple of years with Mudville when I had his nephew, Drew Chaveria, playing right field today for underage.
Come on, Matty.
Also had Phil Chaveria on that team as well, Drew's dad. And BMO just pounds it down the left field line, his second hit, as he whistles it past Niedenbach. And here comes Chrissy Daggs to run. So tying run, good speed aboard.
All right, Chris, time to work now, Chris. Time to get those legs moving.
And here's Timmy Korenkowski. They're playing him on the right side. And there's a hard ground ball, and Iggy boots it. Very unusual. I think Iggy knew he wasn't going to get Daggs at second. He was trying to do a quick snatch and throw, and the ball ended up hitting him, I believe, in the leg.
Hey, line of throw. Line of throw. I got your back. Hey!
So it brings up Joe Piscitelli, first and second. Nobody out. Ryan Russ on deck.
There it is, Matthew. Come on
And
now.
there's a strike.
Roll me one here, Matt. Come on now.
Let's see how high he throws this one. Actually, not that high. And Pish put a good swing. Wicked hop off of Joey. And the game is tied.
Get him fired up. Get him fired up, guys. Let's go down. Get him fired up, guys. Get him fired up.
Then we are in the bottom of the sixth. A little execution here, and you could certainly easily score another run. Ryan Russ's job is to get them at a minimum, get them both over.
Get out there, dude.
And there he grabs a strike. I think Brian Barzowski a little maybe too deep in right field. Ryan generally won't drive the ball there. That's what he'll do.
Get him fired up, cuz.
Now Ryan Russ runs like a deer. So 0-2 here. I would imagine Wheels are going to throw in about 30 feet in the air. A little deep there. Ryan Russ, and that ball is carrying, and outfielder fell down, and Korenkowski, I thought he was going to maybe try to go, but Ryan Russ airmailed it, and now they're wondering why Pish didn't tag the goal. Brian Sherwin tripped over the center fielder. It almost looked like Ryan Russ beat him in the alley. And here comes Jake Lenti. And now if you're Pish, you got to break up a double play on a ground ball here. Fly ball might tie the game. And that ball is on the plate. See, Jake is high in the box. Drops that strike in. And that's why when you don't tag and take that base, when the center field, Brian Sherwin caught that ball, and then he fell down, you got to be standing on second because that would have taken the double play away. And you got a young hitter up, so you don't know what he's necessarily going to do. So far, he's been patient, 2-2 count. And he hits a line drive over the infield. Jake Lenti, pitch will get to third, and we are all tied at, or excuse me, they take the lead at 5-4. And again, they had the infield kind of pulled in a little. Jake Lenti just threw it just high enough over Chris Rieger. First lead of the game here for underage at 5-4, and runners still on the corner for Drew Cheveria. One out here. If you're Drew, you're looking to maybe drive something. Takes that pitch a little deep. And Drew comes through as he rifles it into right. Another run scores. Lenti will get to third. The two youngest guys on the team, Lenti and Cheveria, coming through with huge hits here.
Hey, gotta get me out.
And now they will hit for Josh with Mike Manzella. Now if you're Mike Manzella, he's still not running at top speed, but if you're Mike Manzella, you don't want to lay it on the carpet. And now they got Shane over here getting in the way a little bit. Now he moved out. Still only one out here, 6-4 underage. And Wheels jumps ahead. That pitch on the plate. And there's strike two. I think Mans thought that pitch was outside. So Wheels had kind of drifted just a little bit towards third, but umpire called it a strike. And Manzella elevates. Center fielder, great catch, throw back to first. Not in time, and now the ball gets away. Cheveria slides into second. So Manzella drives in the seventh run. Cheveria slid back. Throw got away. Drew popped up and hustled into second. 7-4. Underage.
Let's go, Jackie O! One strike! 2 outs, 2 outs! Nobody's there, nobody's there.
And Jack pops that foul. So 2 strikes now on Jack Nakanishi. Underage trailed at one point in this game 4-0 halfway through. They've scored the next 7. And Jack guides it out, and there's Brian Sherwin. Do or die 7th inning coming up for the Lips. They need 3 to extend the game. 4 would give them a lead. Anything less, and underage will go play and attempt to repeat. Not quite sure who they're going to play yet. We'll start a new stream for the championship game.
Save that one.
So it's going to be the center fielder leading off, Billy Sherwin, and then the top of their lineup. Or maybe not. Okay, so it's going to be the center fielder, Billy Sherwin, and then Liam Mulcrum. And there he hits a fly ball, drew on his horse, but way out of play. Got a female fan watching it over there on a blanket, trying to roll out of the way. And there's a line drive leadoff single here in the top of the 7th. Need another hit to be dangerous. This is a good-looking player right here.
Come on, Billy. Make sure one.
You're good. You're good.
And there's an infield pop, and everybody's chasing it. Now they're going to have to let it roll out of play. Looked like Jack was going to make the play, and then he looked at Joe Piscitelli. Somebody got to take charge there.
Come on, Billy.
And there's a little roller. Nate will just take the out at first. Here's Liam Mulcrum now. His lips down to the last 2 outs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Come on, Lee.
And Liam, a little roller. Jack, long throw in time. Down to their last out.
Hey, 2 outs.
Come on, Chrissy.
So, looks like a hitter there, Chris, with 2 outs. And he pumps it into right field. So he drives the run in and keeps the game alive, and he'll bring Wheels up. 7-5. Of course, Wheels can run. I think here, if you're an outfielder, you don't want to get too shallow and have him hit something that you can't cut off in a gap.
Whoa. You're definitely something. Yeah, that was a little aggressive. I talked to him about that.
And Wheels hits it on the ground to Villarreal. Little bobble, safe.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. All right, you're good. You're good. Let's go.
And now you got the top of your lineup. And Brian Barzowski's got a little pop. And what was looking good, 2 dead. This guy at first will be running on the swing. Stretch single could tie the game.
Come on. Get yours, kid. Let's go.
Just nicked the plate. You could hear it. You could hear the thump from here. Barzowski over to Piscitelli, and that'll do it. So Underage is going to try to repeat. They make it to the championship game. I'm going to click off right away so I can get prepared for that, and we will be back shortly. Good ball game. Lip show.